What's up, team? It's Kirsty Godso, Nike Master Trainer, and I have a really fun cardio workout for you today. We're gonna focus on precision and really nailing different parts of our technique so we can get the ultimate workout with both a burn in the legs and a little bit of a burn in the lungs. You don't need any equipment for this workout. If you've got a mat, you can use it. If not, just join me on the floor and we're gonna kick straight into our warm-up. You're gonna come down into a kneeling position. We're gonna flip the wrists around so we can really access the forearms a little bit more. But if that feels uncomfortable for you, just keep your hands the regular way. From here, we're gonna come into a cat-cow. So think about rounding through your spine, really pressing those hands into the floor, and then we're gonna roll through into some extension, tail lifts, head lifts, and we find a nice stretch. Now, I love that because it helps stretch out my upper abdominals at the same time. Big round through the back. And then rolling through into that cow position. Let's go one more time. Cat. And rolling through into that cow position. From here, I want you to flip those fingertips around. We're gonna come into a T-spine opener. Right hand will stay down, left hand comes behind your head. You're gonna open up and then drop that elbow down towards the other palm and then reach all the way back up. So whilst I'm opening up on this left side, I want my right hip to stay really nice and steady so I'm not splaying out too far over. And I'm focusing on really trying to open up this top shoulder and really ease into the work in my back. Good time to connect that breath. Last one. Beautiful. Left hand comes down, right hand behind the head. We're going to do the same thing. So drop it down, reach all the way up. Now you can really push your head back into that hand as you start to open up that shoulder. Again, trying to keep the left side still this time. Gorgeous. Let's go one more. Hand comes back down. That was great. Okay, from this position, I want you to keep these hands just underneath the shoulders. Knees are underneath the hips. And we're going to come into a tuck our toes, down dog to lift those hips up. And then that should be a perfect position for you. So you're not too long, you're not too short. You should be able to drive your heels towards the floor. Think about fully connecting those hands into the ground. The fingertips are spread nice and wide. And then from here, we start to drop those elbows towards the floor and draw back up. Getting a really nice stretch in between those shoulders. Even if you're just dropping to this position and pushing back up, you're still gonna feel a little opening there. But if it's available to you, I want you to drop those elbows down a little closer. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Bring those knees back down to the floor, and we're going to transition into our glute activation. From this position, I want my hands underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips, and then think about pulling those lowest abs in towards you whilst finding a little micro wrap through those arms so the inside of the elbows are smiling at each other, collarbones nice and exposed, so my arms get to work at the same time. Back's long and flat, eye gaze at the fingertips. Now you've got that beautiful starting setup position. I want you to open up on that left side into your fire hydrant. Keep that foot flexed as you kick back. Draw it all the way back in and close it off. That's 1. Here we go. Open it up. Push all the way back. Draw it in. Close it off. 2. Open up. Push back. Now push back like you're really kicking something away from you. Draw it in nice and close. Gorgeous. Now keep going at that tempo. That's 4 reps. We've got 6 to go. I want you to keep your right side nice and steady, okay? So we're really isolating this work onto the left, mobilizing the hip, activating the glute, and we're getting that left oblique involved. Gorgeous. Okay, can you give me 3 more? Here we go. Big push. Draw it in. Let's go 2. And last one, guys, we're gonna change it up. So keep the knee high and wide, turn it into a giant forward circle. Like there's a paintbrush on that knee, a big sweep up and around. Let's go 1, 2, 3. You've got 10 reps total here. So keep that right side so steady. Gorgeous, that's 5, 6, eye gaze at those fingertips, 7. Try push your weight down a little extra through that right hand. We've got 2 more. Good, last one. Good news, we get to do the exact same thing in a reverse. So big sweep backwards, 10. Keep a light flex through that left foot, 9, 8, 7. Now see, I'm going a little slower today, so try and stay with my pace so you get that beautiful full rotation. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, little break coming in 2, and 1. Good stuff. Whew. I know, glute activation is hard work. Good news, we're gonna do the other side. So you can stay facing the same direction. I'll turn around so we can stay in sync. Find that same setup of the hands underneath the shoulders, knees under the hips, lower abs pull in towards you, little wrap of the elbows. We're going right side, here we go. Open up that right fire hydrant, kick all the way back, draw it in, close it off. 1, open up, kick back, draw it in, close it off. 2. Okay, now let's be honest, how steady is that left side staying? If I stacked a foam roller next to your left hip, would you be knocking it over? Okay, so stay super still. Good, guys, that's 5. We've got 5 to go. Big open. Push. Now really reach through the heel as you push back. 4 more. Connect that breath. Good. Okay, I need 2. Big open. Push. Draw it in, close, last 1. You know what's coming. We're transitioning into that giant forward circle. Here we go. 1, 2. I like to imagine that there's a paintbrush on my knee and I'm drawing the size of my dream sneaker closet. Okay, so make it big. Yeah, I know you got a lot of Air Force Ones like me. We've got 5 more to go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hit that reverse. 10. Good. 9. That right foot is still active. 8. Come on, make that circle nice and big. 6 more. Let's go. 5. Push a little extra through that left hand. 4, 3, 2 more, and 1. Whew. Good stuff, guys. Okay, push it back. We're gonna keep the feet a little wider. We're gonna come into a squat to a walkout. So you're gonna peel yourself all the way up, just a little bit more opening for the hips before we get going. So squat all the way down. You're gonna crawl your hands out into a high plank position, pause there, walk all the way back in, use that squat to come straight back up. Let's go. So nice wide squat, teaching the knees where we want them to track. Walk the hands back, soft squat to draw up. We've got time for 3 more. So you can start to speed up that crawl a little bit if you want, but I want you to be focused on that hand placement. 2. Last one. We're gonna stay standing, so use this last squat to transition all the way up and shake those legs out. Okay, glutes are ready, core is ready, you're ready. We're gonna start with a little bit more of a warm-up. So each drill, 30 seconds long. There's 2 stacked together. The first one is a 3-step lateral run. So watch me nice and close. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now, you'll notice I'm pausing to get that stick and moving a lot slower because I said in the beginning, we're gonna focus on precision today and you're gonna feel it in those glutes. All right, you and me. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So find that stick and pause. When you pause, you've got knee driving up to opposite elbow, okay? So I'm gonna find that stick in my grounded foot, and I really have to use my abs to balance. Gorgeous, guys. You've got 10 seconds. Great. Okay, next drill coming is fast feet. We're focusing on agility, but we're gonna slow it down just a fraction. Here we go. Out and in, out and in. So I want you to focus on your squat position and your hips facing square. Keep those elbows loosed by your body. I'll give you a 10-second cue where you can really start to speed the feet up if you want, okay? But what I care about right now is those hips staying square. Okay, you can go for speed right now. Here we go. 10 seconds, rev it up, rev it up. You got a 20-second break coming in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Yeah, even that little extra burnout at the end, you can feel it. Okay, 2 extra drills. Lateral bear crawl and a diagonal mountain climber. Lateral bear crawl is one of my favorite ab exercises, so I want you to set up, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, tuck your toes, float those knees just off the floor. Find that position right now. Okay, now let's take a few steps to the left. So we're gonna step across, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse it. 3, 2, and 1. That's all you're doing, okay, for 30 seconds. Slow and controlled. You should be moving so steady that I could balance something on your hips. Okay, so I don't want your hips waving side to side. Knees stay really close to the floor. Eye gaze at your fingertips. Gorgeous stuff, guys. You'll extend out into a high plank coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. From here, push your body weight forward into your high plank position. Cross your right knee over to your left elbow, hold, pause. And switch. Left knee to right elbow, hold, pause. And switch. So it's a really slow diagonal mountain climber, and you're focusing on that connection of elbow to opposite knee. Good. Body weight staying forward the whole time. Really feel that beautiful rotation in the core. Woo. Upper body strength, getting a challenge. Good. You got 7 seconds left, then we get a little break. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop back, push off those hands. Okay, that was your intro round. Round 2, I want to see you move with a little more confidence, okay? So in this stick, in the lateral run, boom, find that pause, okay? Really feel that glute have to work. Here we go. We'll go to our left first in 3, 2, and 1. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now I've got a little bit more speed in those steps, and then I really hold that 1 second pause. Okay, be nice and dynamic with your arms. Drive that knee up a little bit more if you can. Good, think about it like a freeze frame. Fast feet coming, slow to start in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Here we go. Okay, so right now, imagine like you're anticipating someone coming towards you, right? And you're not quite sure where they're gonna go. So we're just kind of icing them out right here. We've got a soft bend in those knees. We're hinged forward at the hips. I'll give you that 10-second cue where I want you to sit a little lower, move a little faster. In 2, 1, let's go. 10-second burnout, come on. Push, push, come on. 3, 2, 1. Whew. Okay, shake it out. How you doing? Good? Still smiling? Okay, great. Lateral bear crawl, diagonal mountain climber, then I got a fun little burner coming for you. The key to this bear crawl, slow, steady, and knees low to the floor. Set those hands up, set those knees, tuck the toes. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Take it back. So you want to think about this traveling tabletop position, okay? Everything staying and working together. So a good indication of if your butt is up in the air is to just take a quick glance at your knees and see how close they are to the floor. Okay, if they're getting far away from the floor, it means your butt's probably up a little too high. So keep them cozy to the ground, really flirting with the floor. We push into high plank in 3, 2, and 1. Push it out, right knee, left elbow. Switch, left knee, right elbow. Switch. Okay, so think about my voice giving you those call outs. So think about 1 second pause each time. Sometimes when we really start to speed up these exercises, we miss the full range of motion. So that's why today we're forcing ourselves to move a little slower and really find all of that work, all of that space. You've got 3, 2, and 1. Push it all the way up. Well done. My heart rate is up. I don't know about you guys. Okay, really fun stuff. We've got a core and a glute burner. We're gonna start with the glutes, get you up off those wrists. Sumo position. Take the feet really nice and wide. 3 drills back to back, 20, 20, 20, okay? For a total of 1 minute work. We're gonna sit down into a sumo squat position. You've got an alternating heel lift, okay? Like you're pushing up onto a stiletto. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. So drop down nice and low. Here we go. Push all your weight up onto 1 toe at a time. Now, your head should be staying steady. Hips are staying steady. Trying to isolate the inner thighs and the outer glute. Gorgeous. Okay, now don't change your range. Okay, your head is staying in the same position the whole time. Both heels are down, external femur rotation. Here we go. So wrapping both of those knees back. Now we're really trapping the burn on the outside of the glute. Okay, so just imagine like there's a little band outside the knees and you're trying to push back out against it. Gorgeous, guys. One last drill coming up after this. Hand will reach to opposite ankle in 3, 2, 1. Keep this depth. Reach up and across. Up and across. Woo! Oh my gosh, if your inner thighs and glutes are not screaming at you right now, come on, you got to sink a little lower. You got to find this burn with me. We're going in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. You guys crushed that. Glutes on fire. So don't worry, we're going to distract them and take some of that heat to the core. I've got a really fun combination, 3 different drills in a bear hold position. So first one looks like this. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Tuck your toes so you'll float straight off. Hand will tap opposite shoulder. Okay, nice and steady. I'll cue you through the other 2 drills when you need to know about them. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Let's work. So delicately lifting, one hand at a time to tap the opposite shoulder. Now, can you do it without even disrupting your knees at all? Okay, so this is all about being slow and steady. That's really the advancement in this drill. Keep those hips nice and level. We're going to change it up. Hand will tap opposite knee in 3, 2, and 1. So let's try left hand, right knee. Right hand, left knee. So they're going to meet in the middle. Now, feel your core, your entire body have to work. Now, can you slow it down and be even more still? So imagine that you've still got something balancing on those hips. Here we go. We're going to change to our last drill. Pause. Lift your right foot, your left hand. Drop them down, switch. Right hand, left foot. Drop them down, switch. Switch. 2 more. Switch. Last one. Switch. And drop it all the way down. I feel you on that one. That one's tough. Okay, the good news was that was your practice round. So round 2, I'm looking for even more control. We're going to come up to stand. You've got your sumo squat with that alternating heel lift. So take an ambitious stance, like be nice and wide. We're going to find our level right now. So as soon as the time starts, we're ready to go. Right heel will lift in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Right, left. Okay, can you really push up onto that toe? Now, can you make it that just the foot's moving? Everything else stays in total stillness. Good. Come back to your breath. We've got your external femur rotation in 2, 1. Both heels down. Wrap those knees back. Wrap them back. Now, if you want a little bit more, if you're really crazy, you're going to drop down another inch. Yeah, there's no way you're not feeling that. All right, we got 7 seconds left here. We're taking that hand to opposite ankle tap in 3, 2. Hold your range. Last one. Here we go. Reach it across. Reach it across. So we're never coming out of this sumo position. It's a real burnout on those legs. You guys are crushing this. 10 seconds. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, shake it out. I know I need it. I think you do too. Okay, bear taps. With this entire sequence, just be so confident going slow. Okay, slow is our advancement. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. We're going to tuck those toes, hand to opposite shoulder in 2 and 1. Let's work. So the beauty of this too, you're getting some single arm strength work in there. And you're trying to learn to hold your body so centered when we're shifting up that weight distribution. Good. Gorgeous. Okay, hand to opposite knee in 2 and 1. Let's go. Little taps in the center. Good. Feel those lower abs kick into gear as we draw that knee in. Last thing coming is the hand and opposite foot lift in 3, 2, 1. Let's start. Right hand, left foot. Switch. Left hand, right foot. Switch. Can we keep that stable knee close to the floor. Come on. Almost there. You got 10 seconds. Break coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down. Whew. Good job. I personally am someone that loves to go fast, so that's even why it's more important for me to go slow sometimes. I hope you guys are really feeling the work when we're really taking the time to nail each and every single one of these touch points. Good news, we're gonna start to move a little bit faster, however, still focusing on form and really nailing the technique. Watch me for each drill. We're gonna do 4 in a row. There's 30 seconds of work. You get a little period of rest in between. Your first exercise is gonna be a sumo jack frog. Okay, so it looks like this. Taking that same sumo stance we just had, jack your feet nice and wide, shoot back, jump feet back in like a frogger position, okay? That's gonna be us. 30 seconds of work. In 3, 2, and 1. Let's go. Jack and frog. Jack and frog. So as you're going slow, think about how you're planting your hands as you come down. Think about where your knees are tracking in that sumo jack. And then think about your high plank as you shoot your feet back long. Good. You got 8 seconds. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Shake it out. Okay, jump lunge with a split. We did this one in week 1. So think about hips staying nice and square. You're gonna jump back, feet jump center. Jump back, feet jump center. Option to take a backward stepping lunge if you're not jumping today. We're going in 3, 2, 1. That little pause in the center allows us to really make sure we get depth from each and every lunge. What happens when we get depth? We get results, okay? So think about driving your back knee towards the ground underneath that back hip. Front knee is trying to stack over that front ankle. Good stuff, guys. 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Yep, slow can be hard too. Guys, one of my favorite drills of all time, 90-degree abs. I'm gonna start with the modified version to help build up your confidence. We do have 2 rounds of this circuit, so you can always unleash in the next one. Start in a high plank position, draw your right knee in towards your chest, and then draw that knee from right elbow just over to left, take it back, step back, and then we'll switch side, okay? Try that out in 3, 2, and 1. Let's go, right knee to right elbow. Switch it over to the left, back to the right, step it back, change leg. Left knee, left elbow. Take it to the right, back to the left, step it back. Now keep that rhythm where you've got this nice little rotation going on with the knee, drawing from elbow to elbow, then back to its starting position. Body weight stays forward the whole time. Hips are lifted so you're in a beautiful solid plank. Eye gaze at those fingertips. Whew, you guys are crushing this. Last one. And little rest. 15 seconds. Okay, we got our last drill. Fun little combo for you. This is all about being light on your feet. Watch me. I'm gonna take 4 hops, and then I come into 2 drops down center, okay? 4 hops and 2 drops. Join me in 2 and 1. Let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop, drop. Try again. 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop, drop. Now that you've got the rhythm, be even lighter in your feet. Okay, so like you're a ninja. So really learning to be so light and delicate through your body. Okay, you're using your glutes and your core to help you jump and control. So it's a 2-foot hop, so keep those feet together. Last one. Little breather, time out. Okay, 15-second recovery. Guys, round 2, I'm not looking for a dramatic increase in speed. I'm looking for a dramatic increase in performance, okay? So sumo jack into that froggers. First up, we're going in 3 seconds. In 2, 1, let's go. Sumo jack, frogger out. Sumo jack, frogger out. You'll see my feet are never coming in closer than hip distance, okay? So keeping them wide, really challenging my inner thighs and my glutes. Good, you've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Breathe. Okay. Jump lunges up next. If you need your backward stepping lunge, you're just going to drop back here. Okay. There's always a modification, which means that you can always stay in the work with us. Guys, we're going again in 3, 2, 1. Let's hit it. Find that pause at the bottom of each lunge. Good, chest stays lifted. Come on, 10 seconds to go. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Yikes, shake it out. Okay, option to stay with version 1 of 90-degree abs, or level 2 to unleash the leg. So if you're gonna unleash the leg, it looks like this. Knee draws in, right foot threads underneath. You drop your bottom hip. That shoulder's gonna drop a little too to help it transfer through. Step back, change side. It's up to you, but we're going in 3, 2, and 1. Let's work. So if you're gonna cross that leg completely underneath, your eye gaze is gonna follow out towards that foot. That's gonna help you really drop the hip and get that little shoulder drop. If you're just staying with the smaller rotations, I want you to try and keep that eye gaze at the fingertips. Team, we've got 10 seconds. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, last little burst coming. This time we're gonna change it into a hip switch, okay, with a drop. So we did our little side-to-side hops. Now I wanna see little surfer switches like we do in our surfer burpee. 4, 3, 2, 1, drop, drop. So changing direction. 30 seconds, you and me, in 3, 2, 1, let's go. 4, 3, 2, 1, drop, drop. Try again. 4, 3, 2, 1, drop, drop. So think about little quarter turns, okay? Slow it right down if you need to, and you're finding this space in your hips. Then you switch it, then you switch it, and then you've got those fast drops in between. Come on, 10 seconds. Almost there, give me one more. And recover. Woo! Legs have been working. So you know what's gonna happen? Our finisher today is gonna be about the push-up. So now it's time to have a party with our upper body. I've got 3 drills for you, back to back. We got 20 seconds on each. We're going through it one time only. So watch me nice and close for your first drill. It's called a push-up shuffle. So hands will start wide, outside your shoulders. Your feet will be anchored the entire time. You'll lower down into a push-up, step your hands across, 2 steps. Lower down into a push-up. Step those hands across. See how I just pivot on my feet, okay? You'll get a 10-second rest in between. We're going like Tabata style. Second exercise, we're gonna have burpees. I wanna see you push and try and hit that push-up on your toes if you can. Third exercise, you've got to push up to a pike. Okay, I'm gonna show you that quickly in your recovery, but just so you know what's coming for you. Are you good? One time through. 3 types of push-ups coming. You can do it. All right, let's set up push-up shuffle. 20 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. Push up, shuffle your hands over. Push up, shuffle your hands over. So if you're gonna drop to your knees, you pop back up onto the toes for your shuffle. Beautiful, guys. Come on, squeeze your glutes. Abs are engaged. You're almost there. You got to break in 3, 2, and 1. All right, get straight up on your feet. Eyes at me. This is your next exercise. You got a burpee with a push-up. Okay, you're just gonna give it your best for 20 seconds. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. Let's work. If you need to drop those knees to the floor for your push-up, please do so. But please do not stop, especially when there's 8 seconds to go. Come on, time for one more. 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Quick eyes on me. Last one. Push up to a pike. Hands wide outside your shoulders. 1 push-up. Pop the feet in for a pike. Bend knees. Pop back. You and me in 2, 1. Let's go. Push up. Pike. Drop back. Push up. Pike. So I want to see you lift those hips. Come on, use your lower abs to lift those hips up. Soft bend in the knees. Nice long flat back in your push-up. Almost there. You got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Gracefully sweep back. Guys, short finisher, but you can feel the work, right? 3 different types of push-ups. You guys really went for it. I appreciate you. I've got 2 core drills for you today. We're going to roll through it twice, then we're going to stretch it out. Sound good? Okay, gorgeous. We've been working on our teaser a little bit. So extend your legs straight. Arms reach forward also. Now drop back through your waist like I'm poking you in the belly button. You're moving away from my fingertips. Now get to the point where your legs are so light, they just effortlessly float off the floor. If this feels good for you, stay here and hold, okay? You get a little extra work. If this isn't great for you, if your hip flexors are tight, drop your feet to the floor, squeeze your heels together. So that's gonna shut that hip flexor down, allow you to work the inner thigh and control from the lower abs. But if you're gonna drop here, I want you to sit back a little deeper, okay? For everyone, your arms will be coming in a rainbow position, tented hands as you reach up and across, drawing outside your hip points, nice and wide. We got 30 seconds, you ready? Okay, let's burn in 2, 1. Big reach. Come up high through center and tap across. So we're really challenging some stability. You got your intercostals, okay? There's all these little guys here that really knit and weave your gorgeous ribs together. Big reach. Now, lower abs are gonna get more work the more you can drop back through your waist. So even if you're in your modification, squeeze those heels together, sit back a little lower. Guys, you've got 6 seconds, then you get a recovery in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Good job. Man, I feel that when my heels are down especially. Okay, modified windscreen wiper. Arms can come out to a 45 and really push into the floor. Legs come up to straight. Again, keep that heel squeeze of the heels together so you can really shut off that hip flexor. We're just gonna reach the feet across a little. Right hip will lift a fraction. Come back through center. Reach out across to the left. We're not going crazy, okay? Because I really want you to control the range. Here we go, 30 seconds. Draw over, come back to start. Good, so my shoulders are staying pinned to the floor the entire time. If you can't quite straighten those legs, you can take a soft bend at the knee. You guys are doing great. Breathe through it. So inhale, exhale to come back to center. Good, keep that up. You got 7 seconds. Let's go 1 more each side. Last time. Gorgeous. Hands behind the knees to roll all the way up. Quick recovery. Round 2. Take whichever option is good for you. Guys, we got to check our egos when we're working out, because sometimes what a modification is for one person is an advancement for another, and it just depends on how our gorgeous body is framed together. So if it felt better for you with your feet down, please keep your feet down. We're all about that core work. It's not a show for anyone else other than our abs. Okay, drop back. Get those hands ready. Tap and go. 30 seconds. Big reach. On the other hand, if it feels good for you to have those feet lifted, pop them up, okay? And then focus on really controlling, keeping that drawback of the lower abs in towards you while you reach those arms up and across. So good, team. You got 10 seconds. Come on, can you reach those fingertips out a little wider, a little higher? We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop those feet down. Roll straight back onto your back. Okay? Modified wipers, so arms are out nice and strong. Legs come up tall. You guys can use that heel squeeze if it helps you. We're going to get ready to rock over to our left in 3, 2, and 1. Let's work. Draw those legs over. Exhale to come back to center. Take them over to the right. Here we go. So good. Ultimate core control going on, guys. I need 10 seconds more from you. Come on. Almost at that cool down. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Let those legs release to the floor. Hug the knees into the chest. Take a few little circles on that tailbone if it feels good for you. You guys did great. All right. Left foot down. Right foot's gonna come across just outside the left knee. Open that right hip out, okay? So we're gonna start with a nice piriformis stretch. I want you to pop your left foot just off the floor, hands come around your right knee, draw your right knee up towards that right shoulder. Now, the more you push your left knee in towards your right foot, the more leverage you're gonna have there. So you feel a deep release around the back of the glute, help stretch out that inner thigh, and now loop your hands around the back of the left thigh, and then open that right knee out. Now, if you need a little extra, you can roll up to the tips of your shoulder blades, but you're really trying to open out and release through this right hip, right glute. Good, head can rest down. Extend your right leg straight up to the sky for a hamstring stretch. Try keep that right hip glued down. And I like to take some ankle circles while I'm here. Good, change direction with that circle. Maybe you can guide that leg in a little closer towards you and float it all the way down. We're gonna change side. Left foot comes just outside that right knee. Focus on opening that left knee out first. Pop the right foot off the floor. Grab your hands around the left knee, pull it up to that left shoulder. You've got the right knee assisting you, giving you a little more leverage. So left ankle pushing into right knee and vice versa to get that beautiful stretch and release on the left side. Now hands come around the back of the right thigh, open that left knee up even more. And if you came up to the tips of the blades on the first side, I want you to do the same here. You want to breathe into that stretch. Good, drop that right foot down. Left leg extends nice and long to the sky, left hip stays down, and we'll take those ankle circles on this side. Change direction. Good, maybe draw that leg in a little closer and we can float it all the way down. I want you to rock and roll to come up and over. Okay, we're gonna flow through a down dog, up dog little stretch. So tuck your toes, lift your hips nice and high. First of all, just think about this gorgeous lift of the hips and driving down to the heels at the same time. So feeling length through the spine, length through the legs. Now, keeping the toes tucked, I want you to roll all the way through into a tuck toe up dog. Stretch out through the front line of your body. Think about opening that collarbone as wide as you can. Good, lift those hips all the way back up. And draw back through. Let's go one more time. Lift all the way up. Draw it back down and through. Good, and this time I want you to open the knees nice and wide as you start to sit back into a child's pose. You can reach those fingertips nice and long. Let your head rest down towards the floor. Now I want you to use your breath to really fill up through all your ribs. And then release, lowering that chest closer to the floor. One more time. So good, team. From here, you can start to push back onto all fours. We're gonna finish with that flipped wrist, cat-cow, just how we started, okay? So fingertips turn back towards you if it feels good for your wrists. Otherwise, the regular way is fine. I want you to round through that back and then push away from you. One more. Good, hands can flip the regular way. Tuck your toes. I want you to walk your hands one step at a time, all the way back towards your feet. Stay dangling over your legs. This is a really nice time to check in with those hamstrings. You can take a little rock side to side, shifting your weight foot to foot. Good, you're gonna slowly float your body all the way up. And shoulders come back and down last. Guys, give yourself a big clap because you crushed that workout. I know personally it's harder to slow down sometimes, but I hope you felt every second of that, and I'm sure you're gonna feel it a little more tomorrow. I can't wait to see you at the next workout. Team, keep crushing it, and we'll see you soon.